What if Europa Universalis 5 started in the year 1444? It'd probably be a much better game and a lot more people would play it, let's be real here. But we don't have to wonder anymore, ladies and gentlemen, because one of the most popular mods for EU5 right now is the 1444 start date mod, and that's exactly what I'm going to be playing today. That's right, folks, one of the best, if not the best, starting date in any grand strategy game, November 11th, 1444, from Europa Universalis 4, brought over to EU5 with all its granularity, all its detail, the population, the cultures, the religion, the prime time for the Renaissance and for exploration and colonization. So ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, let's see what EU5 would be like if it started in the right start date. Alright, here we are in EU5, ladies and gentlemen, and as you can see, man, the mod is already loaded up. November 11th, 1444. Oh, how I've missed you. Just look at how awesome the world looks in the correct start date, ladies and gentlemen. Big Ottomans, the sublime Ottoman state, Byzantium is still here. All of the granularity in Hungary and Croatia and Bosnia. Over here in Austria, Styria is the Holy Roman Emperor. Burgundy has all of its vassals right here. France is still divided. Timur and all of his super powerful subjects are here. The Great Ming is now the Emperor of China. The daimios, they're all here. The hordes have blown up. Muscovy is ready to expand. Poland, Lithuania, the HRE, it all just looks so damn good. And yeah, man, let's let's see how everything works. I'm not expecting obviously everything to be perfect here, since this is kind of, I guess, a work in progress mod, which I guess every mod is at the end of the day when you think about it. But I just want to jump in, play a regular game, and see how the game feels when you start in 1444, when you don't gotta deal with the Black Death, when you got armies immediately. Very exciting. Alright, so the country I chose for this playthrough, man, is actually the Sublime Ottoman State, or the Ottoman soon-to-be Empire right here, just because I want to pick someone, that I can blob with and stuff like that, right? And, Biz is full annexable in one more. But not everything is fine and dandy for the Ottomans in this start date, ladies and gentlemen, because a lot of the stuff that we own isn't even integrated yet. A lot of it is just, not a full core as well. And since we already have actually Greek accepted from the game for us, we are 5.42 out of 2.5 cultures capacity, which means we get all of these negative modifiers right here. The game has also selected 2 government reform for us. We are a Beylik, which is free and it gives us a cabinet seat, and we also got the Timar system, which is very nice. And then a lot of the estate stuff is already done and already given out, so very little to do right here. Obviously, we're also losing a frick ton of money right at the start, and other things look different too, man. Some other roads have been built up right here. There are different markets in place. And as for research, Age of Traditions, everything except for this is locked down. But also, in the Age of Renaissance, banking and professional armies and the free tree and this right here are available, have all been researched except for the Renaissance. As you can see, these are the things. Well, Renaissance and meritocracy are the only things we don't have, which honestly, I quite like this. Oh, there we go. As soon as I unpaused, victory at Varna. That's right. I mean, that's why it starts November 11th, because the victory at Varna was a day before. Gain some stability, gain legitimacy. Very nice. And I'm actually going to let a month take over because this is exactly what I was interested in. Yeah, so I was wondering if the rise of the Ottomans situation happens, or the rise of the Turks or whatever. So we do add the Legacy of Osman government reform, which is going to give us a cabinet seat, or is going to give it back to us, I guess. Didn't we already start off with 4 of them? Where the hell did one go? Either way, we also get the Fate of the Phoenix and stuff like that, and we just gain some random cores all around us. Okay, so that is what I was interested in. We got the Rise of the Turks still happening, so expansion is still really good. Alright, so I'm immediately going to start researching some extra stuff right here, because we desperately need more cultures capacity, proximity speed. Actually, everything we can research is nice to research. So let's queue up that first, and then we're gonna go back down to the Age of Traditions and pick all of this up. But yeah, we do also start off with a couple of subjects right here, man. A bunch of these guys, such as Serbia, Wallachia, there are tributaries, and then we got a couple of vassals and uchbeys right here, which is basically Chandar, and then we also have Tirhala down here. These guys and these tiny guys as well, but I think we immediately need to start integrating stuff that isn't integrated. Not gonna be releasing any vassals. There's sort of no point in playing with vassals as the Ottomans even in 1337 because well, they can just integrate everything so quickly. All right, here we're gonna go centralized offices. Over here, we're actually gonna take Merc Army because we are gonna be spamming Mercs, and over here, we're gonna go regulated. And I'm actually gonna cancel tributary status on Serbia and Wallachia, man, because I want to fight them. Okay, so we are gonna be losing a little bit of money right here at the start. It's only because this guy's still a regent for Mehmed II, and his states are sort of dissatisfied. It's fine. We also do start off with a truce with Byzantium, so we can't fight them immediately, but obviously, you know, as an EU4, I think we keep that to our first war. Byzantium itself isn't actually that big. They only have this right here and a couple of islands, and then they have a bunch of vassals right here. Or, well, they have Morea as a vassal, which in turn has Athens as a vassal. Interestingly, they've also allied Serbia, which has a vassal, and then obviously Trebizond. Yeah, okay, it's fine. Okay, here it is. We can do the expanded Timor system, which I was waiting for it. Mints of the... oh, Seljuk mints. Okay, nice. Okay, because we got another gov reform we can take right here, I'm gonna go royal decree. All right, so we're chilling. First parliament is here. Funnily enough, the Black Death is also here, but we can't do anything about it, which I guess, you know, some things never change. But yeah, let's change up some laws, man, before our truce with Biz expires and we go and fight them. So some laws I guess I do want to change around. We do want to move to Central Council. That's good. That's good. We want to get a powerful harem. That's good for crown power. And then favor the ruler. Okay, so we got like 3 laws we want to change up. You know, I don't know about this Black Death wave, man. We lost like 1.5 million people. Is this just the bullshit disease mechanics right now, or is this scripted to happen? I don't know if something like this happened around here, you know, around this date. Maybe it did. Either way, sucks massive donkey balls. Ooh, another one. We can add the Enderun government reform. Nobles power, education, affairs, counter-espionage. It's free also. Yeah, I'll take it. It's free. Okay, folks, so a couple of years have passed. We have finished integrating a lot of the things. We just got 3 more things to do right here. But more importantly, we have acquired a CB on Byzantium. Now, I figured out one of the reasons why we're not making any money at certain points is Edirne is actually quite a horrible capital for the Ottomans to have. You guys know it starts off over here right at the start of the game, and you know, in a regular game of EU5 where you start in 1337, you don't really move your capital anywhere else before moving it to Constantinople, right? So that's why control is like super low over in Anatolia, even though everything is our core. But now that's all about to be mended. So let's go ahead and declare on, wait, we got claims on province? Well, that's even better. I shouldn't have even spied. We're gonna full annex Byzantium here like that. We're gonna get Morea, which also has Athens. So no additional aggressive expansion for this, and I'm not going to do anything with Serbia or Trebizond for now, just annexing Bez, and then of course we're going to continue with cleaning up various other countries. But there we go. Finally, in 1453, kind of historical, it's time to annex Byzantium. All right, so the war is going all right. Obviously, it's taking way longer than it normally would in EU4 in this start date because of the mega fort in Constantinople. Actually, I was hoping they'd unconditionally surrender, so I wouldn't have to siege it all the way, but I am having to do that. Serbia is out working on piecing out Trebizond right now, and Tirhala here had a little rebellion, which Epirus ended up supporting. So now Tirhala ended up acquiring these lands right here, which is, it's whatever, I mean. And yeah, obviously I'm mint maxing right now, just so we don't lose as much money. And Constantinople has been sieged, ladies and gentlemen. Well, there's Biz right there, and this too, right? Is that everything they own? Let me check, because I don't want to not full annex these guys. But yeah, as far as I can tell, like this, I am taking all of their land. Perfect. So I'll take all their money too, and that means that we'll keep the Patriarchate, obviously. And yes, like that, Morea becomes my vassal, and in turn, Athens as well. Okay, whew. first thing out of the way, let's just get this economic situation sorted, which actually isn't even that bad right now if I drop army maintenance and forts and stuff like that. And there we go, folks. Now that we've acquired the city of the world's desire, we shall make it our capital. We start building a local governor in Bursa. Do we really need one right there? It's right across the bay. I mean, frick it, obviously we'll make it a capital, but yeah, perfect. Okay, now control should become a lot better, especially over in Anatolia. Now we're finally going to start making money. Also, why is it so high in Salonic? Oh, we already have a local governor. I mean, it makes sense that it would be there, sure. Ooh, the Caesar of Rome. Sultan Osman II gained Caesar of Rome until their death. Pope hates me, Austria hates me. Of course we're Rome. Oh, dude, Morea is actually Greek, and we can improve cultural opinion with them. Greek will change their view of Turkish to neutral. That should help even more with this. Oh, yeah, perfect. Yeah, okay. Whew, this almost sorted as well. Nice. Oh, shoot, the Imperial Harem. So I actually did swap to Powerful Harem because of the crown power earlier on. I wonder if this is related to that. So we'll add another governor form. It's free. Imperial Harem, cultural tradition, clergy, max literacy for slaves, prestige. Nobles hate me temporarily, and we enact public harem in the harem laws. Okay, I will do this, but I am gonna swap back to powerful harem later on, of course, for the crown power. Oh, we enact dispersed harem, so we change it up no matter what. Okay, let's do this. Hopefully the nobles will start liking us soon. Okay, but now that we've wrapped up Constantinople and we've made that our capital, it's time to move on to cleaning up some super minor guys that are around us before we go on to face bigger guys. For example, like these guys right here. I mean, who even is this, right? We eat them up. Let's check out the knights. Yeah, we'll do the knights too. A lot of the yellow guys are Genoa and Genoese subjects, so we'll deal with them when we deal with them. But Epirus, Cephalonia, some of these minor Albanian guys, and then of course once we're done with super small guys, we'll move on to medium guys like Trebizond, Karaman, Adana, Serbia, Bosnian guys. Yeah. Also time to annex a bunch of my super tiny guys that exist, like those guys, for example, these guys, and of course Terhala, our biggest one. Alright, but now we're focusing on paying off loans as well. Oh shoot, Skanderbeg does exist. Look, there he is. He died actually 2 years ago. He's not as powerful as he was in EU4, you know, but he does have tactical genius, martial educator, and military theorist. I just thought of him because I was looking at these guys, which are, you know, the Castriati, Principality of Castriati, which is where he's from. All of these guys are pretty much Albanian guys, aren't they? It's just that some of them are subjects to, you know, whatever. Oh, nice. We can destroy the Venetian quarter and Galata, which we do want to do. Enter an academy. Very nice. The good thing about starting in this start date, man, is all of these, you know, events that you take so long to get, you know, you do get all of them, obviously, but, you know, you get one, then 10 years later, then 5 years later. Whereas we just started, we've been playing for like almost 15 years and events just keep stacking. There we go. Another very good event. Obviously, this is the historical one, but we don't really want to do that. Okay, so all of the Albanian guys, in one way or another, are linked up with Venice, which does make sense. It was expected. So, yeah, I already got a CB on these guys. What about the Knights? Maybe I build up some boats and then fight the Knights, huh? Alright, got a CB on them and started building some boats. Not doing the Albanian guys because of Venice, but let's finish off these final, like, Bulgarian guys or something. Obviously, this took, like, a day. Need to wait for a diplomat. There we go, Imperial Arsenal as well. Okay, finally making enough money to where I can still make money, but also reduce inflation by a little bit, which is good. Yeah, really, the problem with the economy is Edirne being the capital. It's more than obvious. I don't know. Yeah, really what I should have done is just moved it to like, you know, Bursa or whatever, or is Nikomid right here. There we go. One of our vassals annexed. Let's, actually, I'm not going to start doing these guys just yet. All right, boats are up. Hopefully they're enough. Let's go in and wipe out the knights. There we go. We're done with the knights as well. Perfect. That is going to be a full annexation. So very nice. Now, we had a little bit of a truce with Epirus and them, I guess. Oh, actually, quite a long truce. Because technically, they full annexed those guys, kinda, I guess. Yeah, so... maybe Trebizond. No, we got a big truce with them as well. Karaman? Oh, they're actually allied to the Mamluks. Sold a tiny location to Wallachia, just because it was in Wallachia. Oh, look. Austria won't help Genoa. And all of these tiny-ass guys right here are Genoese subjects. We could go for that right there. This here too. Who is that? That is Genoa itself, so that could be a nice foothold for Cyprus. Yeah, but we just need to wait for Parliament. All right, so a CB has been acquired on Trebizond right here, and surprisingly, man, you know, this game is running pretty fast. I really thought we'd get the ball rolling a lot quicker than in 1337 because, you know, of standing armies and more cabinet slots and more tech research and stuff like that. But the truth is that isn't the case because of the economy. Right? You know, 100 years later, everyone would be making a lot more money, you know, not just ourselves as the player and whatnot. But even though all of those things do exist, standing armies and a lot more tech research, the economy isn't at the level needed to support what we want to do. So that's why technically the pace of expansion and all of that, and once again, because we did get hit with the Black Death and the smallpox, let's take a look at diseases right here. So yeah, we've lost all of the, well, I guess not the smallpox, only the Black Death, but you know, it still happened. So we still had that pushback. So I don't know, interestingly, man, you know, I talked a lot about this, or maybe not a lot, I don't know, I talked about this maybe a month ago already, after the EU5 guys did say that we are going to have new start dates brought into EU5. My guesses were like the War of the Protestant League around there, or around 1444, probably 1453, let's be real. I don't think they're going to repeat 1444. So even though all of that, you know, can be as is, obviously, you know, cultures and religions and who owns what location will be super in-depthly researched and stuff like that, and a lot of the text that we just started off with now will also, you know, start off by being researched. Then the economy is now my concern in the actual start dates that are going to be added to EU5, once again, like in this mod. So yeah, I don't know, just discussing it a bit more from a technical aspect, right? You think you can do more, but because of the economy, you actually can. And it's probably not even just me. I'm assuming other countries aren't really making money like that either. But you know, time to get on with the wars, man. Enough yapping. Let's go ahead and hit Trebizond, and we'll take from them and this little Georgian vassal right here everything that they have in Anatolia. All right, I actually just got my ass handed to me in battle, but we can get everything we want. So there we go. There's the peace out, and we've acquired all of the rest of Anatolia over here. Very nice. Oh, and there's the classical era of the sublime Ottoman state. We do become an empire, which is very nice because we get another cabinet slot. Another thing about this, man, is I've noticed population kind of doesn't seem right, does it? It's like really, really low, especially all across Europe. I mean, look at these guys over here, dude. They got some like mega cities down here, and India looks fine-ish as well. But yeah, Egypt, 4.9 million. We're almost as big as the Mamluk. Yeah, look at Castile, dude. England, yeah, yeah, I think this is kind of messing stuff up as well. And also because the game is running so quickly, it's literally 1481 right now, and we haven't really done anything. But yeah, that's on me. Interesting. One good thing is there's way less forts, I think, than there would normally be. Either way, I'm gonna go in on Epirus here real quick, and because they're allied to Serbia, I'm gonna make Serbia end a bunch of alliances, which would be nice for fighting them later because they're literally linked up with 1,000 people. And the good thing is I can actually threaten war immediately. Alright, well, this was easy. I made Serbia break a bunch of alliances, and we're gonna be full annexing all of this and taking it directly for ourselves. Oh, look at this. This is pretty interesting that I just noticed. So we actually have the League of Lezhë right here, which is, you know, all of the Albanian boys in Venice being together. Yeah, that's a pretty cool way to represent it. I like that quite a lot, actually. Yeah, I hope this gets introduced to vanilla in later start dates, if the start date is around this point. I don't know if it can form in 1337 because all of these guys are with Naples, right? What the hell? I'm not researching anything, and the game didn't even tell me I'm not freaking researching. Hopefully I haven't been doing it for too long. God damn it. Got another gov reform. Obviously we're gonna pick up some crown power stuff. Annexing Chandar, we got 4 years left, and just started annexing Terhala. We got 21 years left. It's fine. It's not really like that. Things are definitely starting to balance out money-wise, though we have been making money consistently for quite a while. Now, fighting the League of Lezhë right here would be very interesting, man, because we can take out all three of the Albanian guys. We got a little bit of Venetian land right here, some more Venetian land right here, although though I don't know if that's like the right move. I think we probably go in on Venice directly, separately for all of this, and then in one war, we take out all 3 of the Albanian guys. Up to 6 cabinet slots now, definitely helping. Okay, I am actually gonna go in on the League of Lezhë right here. Let's see if we can threaten war. Yes, we can, and there we go. We're insta at war with all of these guys. Okay, my goal is to literally only take the stuff from the Albanian guys and not really mess with Venice. During this war, Chandar has been annexed, which is wonderful. Yep, I think we can accept Bulgaria in here. And it is quite big, dude. Just got some more cultures capacity. I'm just a touch over, but of course, we get all of that as cores. Wonderful. Yeah. Perfect. Another thing about playing later when you're so used to playing from earlier is you kind of have like certain expectations of what you need to have achieved by a certain point. Now, by 1489, I think this is a pretty good size for the Ottomans. Maybe a little bit bigger somewhere, maybe a little bit smaller somewhere. But, you know, not even just from an expansion standpoint, man. You obviously expect to have cores most everywhere. You know, the control and the, you know, the road network and stuff like that. You expect to have it more built up, more buildings. And, you know, I touched on this. It's kind of all related to the economy and the infrastructure, really. And obviously the population, too, which... I feel like it isn't right, or maybe it is. I don't know. Maybe I'm forgetting how much pops you're supposed to have by this point, but yeah. Either way, man, even with all of those things, even with the problems getting the ball rolling, and that might just be an Ottoman thing because I picked such a huge country, I don't think you would really have economy problems as someone as big as, I don't know, even Bohemia, right? Yeah, it might just be my Ottoman pick, but, you know, 1444, man. It's near and dear to my heart, and look at this, dude. Look, even Muscovy is fighting Novgorod and is doing Muscovy stuff. Yeah, that's cool right there. Denmark's pushed into Sweden. Yeah, pretty cool. Castile's still fighting Portugal, though. Burgundy's gone, though, almost. These guys are still Burgundian subjects, probably. Okay, Venice has been white-pieced, and that means I full annex all of the Albanian guys. Perfect. So that's almost all of Albania to us. We'll deal with Venice when we deal with Venice. They're only linked up with Austria, just like Genoa and their boys right here. Oh, actually, they got Ferrara and Milan now, so Genoa is technically harder. Yeah, as for Karaman and Dulkadir, man, Karaman still linked up to Egypt. Dulkadir, technically a vassal. We could push into, like, the Akkuyunlu and Karakuyunlu, but we'll see. So truce with Serbia is actually up. We can probably get a CB on them. Yeah, we can get religious war and still threaten war, too, so let's spy on them. They're allied to Scilly, which is small, and then Georgia, which is... yeah, not as big as they would be in 1491 in regular EU4, which is good. So yeah, we're gonna go in on Serbia next. How mad are these guys? They're actually pretty mad. I think all of the Albanian guys are Catholic too, which does mess things up a little bit for us, aggressive expansion-wise, but yeah. Also, you know, just taking a look at institution spread, this doesn't seem right. It's 1494, a middle age of discovery, and yeah, what? There's like no institution growth or something like that. Look, Athens has everything for some reason. Why would Athens have everything? What do I have? Is anything even spreading? Yeah, a little bit. Meritocracy. New World Printing Press a little bit. Yeah, it's like some random places got spread. And look, man, I'm looking at actually Innsbruck, which spawned Pike and Shot. New World Printing Presses in Mainz. Yeah, all of these guys should like have all of these by now. In fact, I should have some of them by now as well. Yeah, maybe something is messed up with that because a lot of these guys already start off with certain things. Yeah, I don't know. And these guys even should have a lot of these things by now. Yeah, and also, why does Athens have them all, but no one else? It's not like they have their own market. They're in Izmir. Maybe trading is broken? I don't know. Yeah, because look, feudalism, legalism, good. Meritocracy, everyone should have it by now. Renaissance, banking, professional armies. These seem normal, but then New World, literally only in Castile and Athens for some reason. Printing press, literally only in Mainz and Athens for some reason. Pike and Shot, literally only in Innsbruck and Athens for some reason. Yes, I think something's messed up with this, with the spread. I mean, you know, it's fine. We're playing a mod. I'm not mad at anything. I'm just saying. Oh, shoot. I think Serbia got hit by Hungary or something. Oh no, it's a Hungary-Silly war, and Serbia has actually re-allied all of these assholes in the meantime. Frick. Alright, about to threaten war on Serbia here, institution spread aside, which is obviously not happening. I am going to war. So, Yeah, we just need to knock out Georgia and Romania, and then we're in it. With the shrinking of Serbia here a little bit by Hungary, we can, yeah, we can probably full annex these guys, why not? Weird expansion route for Hungary. They do look fairly ugly right now, but hey. I gotta say, one thing that I didn't think about at all, which now I realize I absolutely love, dude, there's no merc spam. It's 1496, and because everyone's so poor, there's no merc spam. This is awesome. Well, time for me to merc spam. Dude, honestly, if it wasn't for the economic troubles at the start and the institution thing that I just noticed right now, which isn't honestly that much of a problem, yeah, I think this mod is really good. Yeah, just let me know in the comments below if I'm right or not about the institutions, man. But yeah, that's it. No merc spam, and I'm sold. I'm easily satisfied. And look, my boys are already doing such a good job of sieging down Serbia. Yeah, these guys are definitely full annexable. We might get a coalition, but it's fine. This is the only thing I need, and then I'm gonna get Zeta as a vassal as well. Actually, no. There we go. That as well. And that would be Serbia full annexed. Yeah, we just need my boys to... Oh, they actually deleted their fort in their capital. Or was it here? Well, that's almost a full siege on Serbia. Oh, we can knock out Romania as well. As far as I can tell, that's Serbia, right? Yeah, let's check out the coalition here. So it's Serbia, which isn't going to exist. Zeta, which is going to be my vassal. Ragusa, Bosnia, Hum, Belgrade. I guess that's a Hungarian vassal. Yeah, not bad at all. There we go. There's a full annex on those boys as well. Very cool. Okay, let's improve with these guys so I'm not as hated. We can rival Hungary. That's fine. Let's go back home and chill, integrate that up. And I think Venice and Genoa should be next. And obviously integration is super quick already, but with all of these events that we're getting... Oh, dude! Yeah, I keep forgetting this about the Ottomans. We don't need to wait to build up CBs or parliaments or stuff like that. We got press claims. I can't believe I forgot about that. It's like one of the main things about playing the Ottomans. It's fine. It's not like we would have expanded faster if I did that. There we go. Yeah, we officially don't have anything to research right now, man. Yeah, New World isn't here at all. Neither is printing press. Neither is pike and shot. Neither is meritocracy, actually. Yeah, and I'm just struggling to understand why. Like, what... They are spreading, but really, really slowly. This one isn't at all. And I just can't understand why. Why it's not spreading, you know? Yeah, that's a thing. That's a thing. Interesting. Yeah, I mean, I guess, you know, it's not like I'm the only one suffering from this, right? Yeah. I've never seen this in Vanilla EU5, so I don't think this is an issue with Vanilla EU5. I think this is, yeah, something in the mod is making this happen. But it's fine. It's fine. I'm having fun. I'm going to continue playing along. Yeah, we don't have stuff. Oh, well. And look, dude, we're already done integrating a lot of this. Perfect. All right, so I've pressed claims on Venice. They're linked up with Austria and Hum, which is one of the two Bosnian guys, I guess. We can go ahead and do that. A negative 25%. There we go. We'll start the war. And obviously, I'm going to be merc spamming. Yes, let's do that. Let's do that. Are these guys from Iraq? Upper Egypt. Central Poland. Yeah, those are the guys we want. Oh, shoot. One thing I didn't think about is actually Venice or Austria is in this because of the HRE. And that means that other random HRE guys can come in. Now, to take what I want from Venice, which is this and their vassals, it is going to be quite annoying, but we can do it. In the meantime, we have annexed Tirhala, and we are going to get cores on all of this. They've also been converting stuff to Sunni for us, which is nice. A bunch of randos are entering the war. Luckily, none of them can actually come over. I could pay Austria to leave at this point, but with how the economy was earlier, I just don't feel like doing it. I need to siege down Candia in order to get it. Okay, so different peace plan. I'm actually only gonna take Venetian stuff, and then we'll deal with the subjects later. It's less aggressive expansion like this, too. Okay, so if these guys couldn't get here, neither can these guys. Let me just finish integrating some more stuff, and we'll go in on all of the Genoese subjects. Yeah, look at the spread. Going back to this once again. So they're all spreading by 0.05. But it really shouldn't be like that, should it? Because look, it's plus 20, 30, 40... Let's wrap it up at 50 and then minus 15 right here. It should spread at about 35, you know? If that's how it works, I don't know, but yeah. And that's one, like, literally next to the province that has it. See, this one is pretty quick. Yeah, it's these, and that's the percentage modifiers then. So nearby locations where owner has positive opinion. Nearby locations control as it's embraced it. But what about these guys? Yeah, maybe the opinions are so messed up, but it really shouldn't be like that. I can't figure it out. Sorry. Now this is interesting. Rise of the Kochabashi class in the Balkans. We unlock the Kochabashi office. Max control plus 10% and minus 20% local unrest, but very low crown power and very low nobles power. I mean, let's unlock it. Oh, look, dude, something I noticed just now is that Aragon is like completely present down here. Sardinia is a fiefdom, and then Sicily is, well, also a fiefdom. I didn't notice if that was like that at the start. An offer from Ragusa. They become our tribute. Do they still exist? They do exist, and they're not anyone's subject, interestingly enough. I thought they were like a pope subjects because they're white, but I mean, sure. There we go, sure. Can we turn a tributary into a vassal? Oh, we're a cultural hegemon. Really? It's tradition-based, isn't it? No, it's actually influence-based. What? Yeah, this is obviously completely wrong as well. Once you get past like the initial hit of like, oh, it's 1444, you do really start to notice like the things that are lacking in this mod. Obviously, like I said at the start, it says in the Steam page or whatever, it is a work in progress mod, and you can definitely tell. And as long as the problems don't bother you too much, it is fun. It is fun. But is it that different to 1337? Honestly, less than I expected. Less than I expected. Once again, we can make a Greek be positive to Turkish, which is awesome for bringing this down. Wonderful. Hey, maybe that'll let us accept Serbian or Albanian or something. 1.24 on Albanian. 1.58 on Serbian. We can't do either of them. Yeah, Serbian is bigger. Okay, I will tolerate it for now, though. Yeah. Oh, look, this is pretty cool. So I think I just got a rebellion. Who are these guys? Guria. Yeah, I just got a rebellion where the three most, like, powerful rebel factions banded together. That's awesome. I think this is in base EU5 as well. I've just never noticed it, but that's a very cool way of doing it. Yeah, I remember reading about this, I think. Yeah, that's very cool. Yeah, three small guys banding together. Obviously, dude. Very cool. I like that. This is something I was waiting on as well. So the position of this town or whatever, or it's just a town. It'll become a city, and this is, yeah, that's pretty much Sofia, isn't it? It is. So we'll establish it as the center of Bulgaria, and we'll start constructing this, which is very nice. It's like almost a local governor, pretty much half a capital, really. So a very powerful event right here that we would definitely want to do. Yeah, you know, there's just so many things, you know, a lot of times, man, we complain like EU5 is lacking this, lacking that, blah, blah, blah. But also at the same time, for certain countries that have a ton of flavor, like the Ottomans, for example, there's just so many things you need to actually remember when doing like playthroughs again that it's, yeah. I forgot. I mean, if I forgot about this, dude, imagine everything else I'm forgetting about. And I've played these guys like 3 times so far. And you know, this feels so nice too. You know, you play not even 100 years. The Reformation is here. There he is. Martin Luther went to some door, put a piece of paper on it. Pretty straightforward. Yeah, fan of that as well. Oh shit, it's Barbarossa, right? That's what Redbeard means. Hayreddin Barbarossa. So we can make him. Yeah, we just make him an admiral. Well, yeah, sure. There we go. Can we put him in charge? Yeah, there he is. Nice. Okay, I'm getting a big navy ready as well to fight Genoa. One thing I should have noticed, but I didn't, is does Karaman start off allied with the Mamluks? Because in EU4, you can fight both of these guys pretty easily, along with Adana down here. Adana wasn't linked up to anyone. Now, I know Dulkadir was kinda in the fold with Egypt, but historically, it's kind of like, they became their own thing, popped out, and that's how they got eaten up and stuff like that, which that doesn't happen here. So for both of these guys, I would have to fight the Mamluks, which, easier said than done in EU5. Yeah, man, these guys, they're just so powerful. Really, I know a lot of people don't want to say this, but Mamluks need to be severely weakened in order for us to have a successful Ottoman AI. Yeah, they need to They needed to get like 3 disasters or something like that, man. And obviously, you know, like it always starts out, no, it's just, you know, mechanics doesn't allow the Ottomans to full annex the Mamluks. It was in EU4. It got removed for like 10 years, and then right at the end of EU4, it got added back. I'm thinking, what's it, 2026? 2029, we will finally have the technology to annex the Mamluks in 2 wars as the Ottomans. It'll eventually get added. We all know it will. It's just, yeah. Meanwhile, control is still far lower than it normally would be in 1512 with the normal playthrough. Obviously, Constantinople, the capital, and everything around it here is going to be close. I did put down a local governor in Izmir. There already was one in Salonik, and we got mega control in Sivas as well. I think it's because some of those trunk road modifiers or whatever it is, but yeah, I don't have any real building that does anything over there. There could be, I was gonna say a bailiff, but there isn't one, obviously. So yeah, this is just a modifier straight up for Sivas, man. Yeah. Started annexing Morea. They're really big. It's gonna take a while, unless we start diplomaxing, but I don't want to do that. Oh, Bosnia is actually super weak here. Okay, got some mercs up. Let's go in on Bosnia. I am now also a naval hegemon. Alright, well, these southern guys declared at the same time, so I actually can't full annex Bosnia here. I'm just gonna take, well, everything that I can. Now, what's up with Slavonia? They're a Hungarian subject. Okay, and what about Croatia? They're probably in the Union, right? Yeah, there's the Habsburg Union. Alright, well, whatever. Yeah, interesting. All of this right here, we're gonna have to deal with Hungary with. Now, they're linked up with Romania, which is easy to piece out. So is Croatia. We can actually beat Hungary, too. What about the forts? Forts aren't bad. Okay, yeah, we can take these guys easy. Whom? Aragon, Croatia, and Venice? Really? Started annexing Tiny Zeta right here that we got from, Serbia. Alright, I got a claim on the Genoese, boys. Let's declare. There's no forts, so I'm planning to take everything that, we can over here in the Balkans and Anatolia. All of these guys come in, and obviously other HRE guys are gonna come in. Oh, I actually didn't plan on Venice being here, but it's fine. It's fine. All right, so a guy died. What? That ain't a Turkish name. What? What the hell is this? Oh my god, dude, their name changes. That's right, because they're a Beylik, technically. Okay, we're officially not the Ottomans. Not only have we lost the sublime Ottoman state name, we got a pretty much a Slavic, like a South Slavic guy's name right here, but he's actually Turkish. Our flag is just generic. Well, that's wonderful, isn't it? Although I do think I remember reading that after a while, you know, you kind of do get the Ottoman name back somehow. Basically, these guys are like, nah, actually, I am the Ottomans, or whatever, so this just takes you out of it so much. Technically, this would happen, but alrighty, these guys are finally willing to accept, and we've acquired all of those little bits and pieces that Genoa and their boys had. This is just... He's the only one. How did we even get this guy, dude? I actually loaned up quite a lot during that war. Let's focus on paying that off a bit. Codify the Ottoman laws. Well, it's not the Ottoman laws, is it? What, it just pushes us towards centralized a bit? No, I'd rather get 12 stab, honestly. Going back to the institutions, since I just asked for sharing from Morea and Ragusa. Yeah, literally no progress. We're getting it now a little bit, but just because we're sharing, and... You know, it does seem to me quite a lot country-based. I don't know, like, who is... What? What? How did this become uncolonized? Okay, we found another thing that's wrong with, with this mod. That's fine, though. Yes, what? Yeah, institutions aren't progressing anywhere. I think no one is researching anything. Probably only Morea has everything. Most likely, they've just annexed Athens. I don't understand why they specifically have everything. They don't have their own market. I have been assimilating Thrace for a very long time, so now I think we got room to actually accept Serbian. And we got 1.4 more. Could we potentially accept Albanian, too? Or what do we have more of? Let's do Albanian. Why not? Cool. We're about to get cores on all of this now. Nice. Okay, so meritocracy is actually spreading now. But everything else is just... yeah, everything else is not. Oh my god, research. Yes, meritocracy. Instant, baby. Instant. Oh my god, dude. Please. Alright, we've been chilling for a bit. It's time to move on with our wars. I'm actually going to declare on whom right here. They got, you know, some nice coastal provinces. We'll end up owning most of Bosnia like that. Got the Merc Company up. They do have some annoying allies like Aragon, which I don't know how fast I'll be able to piece out. But still, we should be good. I still can't believe we're not the Ottomans anymore, man. This has never happened to me in regular U4, sorry, U5, but I do know that it can happen. So, yeah, it's just everyone died. Let's declare. Okay, well, as far as I can tell, that's all of whom right here. Yes, I am full annexing them. Okay, no need to peace out anyone else. Sure, this is going to create a pretty long truce with Venice, who I actually want to fight next, but it's fine. Better that we wrapped it up now than, rather than not. Didn't I start annexing these guys already? I guess I'm misremembering. We've actually hit the Age of Reformation here. I'm gonna go admin focus. Oh shoot, an event where we can actually go back to powerful harem because it didn't let me, it doesn't let me change them in parliament stuff. So yeah, I will, even though it'll piss off the nobles quite a lot for a little bit here. We'll be fine. Nice. Oh, I just spawned artillery. Yeah, we're gonna get artillery before we get any of these, dude. That's hilarious. Okay, printing press is actually progressing nicely now. And so is New World. What the hell was the holdup? Pike and Shot isn't moving, though. Morea has been annexed. Next month, we're also going to get Bosnian revolt right here. There we go. There it is. Oh, wait. Oh, they've banded together again, dude. The two most powerful ones, which I guess were Bosnia and Albania. Yeah, that's pretty cool. But yeah, we got all of this now down here, which is absolutely awesome. Which means now we actually got the ability to embrace some other institution. I think we're done researching everything right now, so yeah, I'm just gonna get printing press immediately. Very cool. Okay, so we did spend a little bit of time not researching anything. Well, more than a little bit, but now I guess we're alright. Yeah, so many unique Ottoman things here, man. Annexed Zeta, so now we officially don't have any more vassals. I wonder if I can make these guys into a vassal. I tried earlier, but... yeah, they don't want to do it. Is it only opinion-based? No, they still won't accept. Wait, do these guys not make any kids? Is that why we lost the Ottomans? Was no one just making any kids? Because I do remember, I didn't show this because I didn't think it was relevant, but it was always brothers that inherited. Is this another bug for, you know, this mod? Let's take a look at the Hungarian guy. Well, no, that can't be. These guys have kids. Yeah, okay, I'm wrong. Got another cabinet seat, which is awesome, and just waiting for the truce with Venice to expire. We're gonna go in on them and take all of these guys down here, which is Negroponte, Naxos, and Candia, if we can, in one war. It's, yeah, we should be able to. We should be able to. Wait, Akkuyunlu? An offer for Akkuyunlu to be our vassal. And this is related to Rise of the Turks. But they're not even in Anatolia. Like, at all. Huh. I didn't think it could happen outside of Anatolia. Okay, they accepted. And they brought along 3 of their boys with them. Okay, so a little bit of expansion into the Caucasus and the Crescent right here. Not bad. Not bad at all. I had no idea that could happen. Well, technically, why didn't I think of it? It could, like, maybe still happen on Karaman. Well, not Dulkadir, because they're already a subject, but... Alright, just got some extra cultures capacity. 4.8 out of 6.5. We should be able to get Bosnian in like that. It's like really expensive. And if we add it, it's 1.8 more. 1. No, we still can't. Damn. No, it'll take us at like, yeah, 7.5 or whatever. Well, at least, you know, tolerating it is enough. I guess we could, convert up some more to free up some space. Okay, well, everything is in position. Let's declare on Negroponte with claims on province right here. It's Venice, Milan, and obviously Austria, who gets to bring in its own allies, and then some more guys from the HRE. But luckily, you can piece those guys out pretty quickly, man. I think they will be able to get here now, but it's fine. So there we go. There's the declaration. Obviously, I'm going to get the levies up as well. And let's just move in. Now, hopefully my boats don't get destroyed because I do need to siege down all of these guys in order to actually take them. No way. What? 28 for that. And then 100 more for Naxos? You're kidding me? I thought they were freaking co-belligerents, dude. Yeah, how is that? That's freaking bullshit stuff. What about trains for those guys over to me? Although I have to improve with them for very long after that. Transfer Candia, transfer Naxos. Nope, neither of them are possible. So it makes more sense for me to take Negroponte and then go in for Venetian stuff up here. Like this. Yeah, in that case, this is what I'm going to do, I guess. Alright, well, this is really all I want to do on Venice, I guess. We could take the rest. This is everything that they have in the Balkans, actually, so why not take exactly that? We'll pop out, like, I was going to say a Slovene subject up there, but not really. And also, they don't want to give me this, so let's just do this. And there we go. Peace Town, Venice. Yeah, now we do got disconnected land, of course, but it's fine. Antagonism? Not looking bad. But there we go, ladies and gentlemen. Now that we've integrated everything that we took from Venice, and the year is 1556, I think this would be a pretty good place to wrap it up for this campaign, man, where we started as the Ottoman, well, the sublime state of the Ottomans in the year 1444, an EU4 start date, but an EU5. And even though we're technically not the Ottomans anymore, we're kind of still the Ottomans, and I feel like 100 odd years right here is a pretty good place, you know, for us to experience this alternative start date, which a lot of people, including me, are definitely missing from you know, from EU5. But yeah, I went in and expecting, you know, I honestly, I didn't know what to expect. Obviously, you know, like I said at the start, it says on the Steam page that this is kind of a work in progress mod and stuff like that. And even though, you know, the map is actually in 1444, or at least I guess as close as the creators of the mod could get it, which, you know, at least from what I saw, it is fairly accurate. And even though we start off with a bunch of things researched and stuff like that, like I expected it to be, really the struggles of this campaign were the economic situation and somewhat the population situation, because we, you know, did end up still getting technically the Black Death right here at the start. I don't know if that's intended or not. And, you know, aside from that, man, everything else and the institutions was pretty smooth sailing, right? I really, you know, wanted to play this because I thought we'd get right into it, right into the conquest and everything else, with skipping all of the, you know, most boring parts from EU5, such as a bunch of, you know, diseases, and then, you know, the whole levy buildup situation and stuff like that. It really wasn't like that, because we still ended up having to do the economic and the, you know, infrastructure buildup, which honestly might have been, you know, like an Ottoman specific thing, just because this country starts off so big and with Greek already accepted, and we're so over cultural capacity and we need to do other things, whereas as smaller nations, maybe someone like Milan or Florence, or shoot, even Bohemia, the start as those guys might end up being easier, and as those guys you might be able to jump, you know, straight into doing the other things. But, you know, I did want to pick a big blobbing guy just to see how it is. But overall, man, I think this is a very solid mod, a very fun mod. Sure, there are things lacking here and there and stuff that could be better, you know, like the characters and, you know, fixing the institution stuff, which I still assume is, you know, broken and it's not working as intended. It's a really good mod, man. It's a really good mod, and yeah, I definitely see myself going back to it a couple of more times and playing a couple of other starts in the 1444 start date, which of course brings me back to the fact that Paradox is going to be adding new start dates to Europa Universalis 5, well, at least one more, I guess. Because, you know, they've already said so. I've theorized about this, you know, a couple of times, as you guys know, about what could be the start date that they're gonna add, and I mentioned this in the video as well. I think it's either gonna be, you know, the War of the Protestant League, which puts you sort of right in the middle of the entire time span of EU5, or they could do something more familiar and closer to EU4 and bring us, you know, in the 15th century. Is it gonna be 1444? I don't think so, simply because it's literally the EU4 start date. But if they do something around that, I'm honestly thinking it's probably gonna end up being 1453. But you know, I guess we'll have to wait and see and find out, because it's more than 6 or 7 months away. But either way, we got lots more videos in which we can talk about that. But I think for now, it's a pretty good place to wrap it up. So yeah, man, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like. It lets me know that you well, like this type of content. If you haven't subscribed yet, do it, because well, what are you waiting for? And yeah, hope you all enjoyed watching, but that's it for me for now. See you next time.